This week here, we've been showing you the reporting of our own Lisa Myers, detailing how the Pentagon has been spying on people in this country, some of whom are members of anti-war groups. Well, today the story changed a bit with a page-one article in this morning's New York Times saying the super-secret National Security Agency has been eavesdropping, spying on people in this country since 9/11. The Times has had this story for a year, but apparently agreed for national security reasons not to run the story until now. And now that it's all out, the questions begin about civil liberties and privacy and the protection of all of us. We begin here tonight with our chief foreign affairs correspondent, Andrea Mitchell.
Until the president's top-secret executive order after 9/11, the NSA was banned from eavesdropping on Americans and could only train its powerful satellites on foreign targets, mostly outside the U.S. But since then, the agency has been spying without a court order on hundreds and perhaps thousands of Americans when they call or email overseas. Just months after launching the unprecedented domestic surveillance in early 2002, the president went to NSA headquarters to thank the spies.
These good people are putting in long hours.
Tonight, the president told Jim Lehrer on the NewsHour he has not violated civil liberties.
After 9/11, I told the American people I would do everything in my power to protect the country within the law. And that's exactly how I conduct my presidency.
Winning the war on terror requires winning the war of information.
Intelligence officials say the domestic spying after the attack on the World Trade Center accelerated in March 2002 after the capture of Abu Zubaydah, al-Qaeda's operations chief, along with his laptop and cell phones, a treasure trove of phone numbers.
The information that's contained in these phone calls that are normally off limits to the National Security Agency would yield all sorts of information about the internal workings of al-Qaeda, particularly in the United States.
Officials tell NBC News the president and vice president thought waiting for court permission would slow them down, even though experts say the special judge who oversees domestic spying, Colleen Kohler-Catelli, rarely, if ever, refuses a request. The vice president briefed congressional leaders, and at least one, Senator Jay Rockefeller, objected, but he could not go public without breaking espionage laws. Today, other members of Congress expressed outrage.
This shocking revelation ought to send a chill down the spine of every senator and every American.
And this NSA briefing obtained by NBC News shows that the spy agency has expanded its monitoring since 9/11, with facilities now in El Paso, Anchorage, Alaska, Denver, and San Antonio. One positive result, officials say, preventing a plot to blow up the Brooklyn Bridge. What does the NSA say? True to form, its only comment tonight is one line, a simple email, quote, "We have no information to provide. We do not discuss actual or alleged operational issues." Brian?
Andrea, these stories may possibly cause some justifiable paranoia among people. Is there any way of saying who are the people being listened in on?
Well, a former intelligence official tells NBC News tonight that the people most likely to be swept up in this are listed in a Homeland Security database, Brian, called Muslims of America. But most people targeted are never charged with a crime, and one former official says this does amount to a giant electronic fishing expedition. Is it legal? The president says yes. Critics say no. Judiciary Chairman Arlen Specter says his committee will hold hearings in the new year.
Andrea Mitchell in our Washington